Hey everyone, Beth here from CornerPiece Studio. I want to say happy Thursday afternoon. Um, if you're new here, thank you for being here. If you like what you see and hear, please press the like button and subscribe and follow and be able to see future content. If you are returning, I'm thrilled that you're returning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just wanted to share something that I created. Um, Instead of throwing out one of these little bags from Walgreens Pharmacy, I figured, well, let me try and make a book cover out of it. And that's what I did. I took the bag, I cut it open, whoops, I stamped on it, and then I covered a pasta box. I cut all this stuff off. So I just figured I'd take you along and going to do a little bit of stamping here. But yeah, here is the rest of the bag. That's the inside of it. There's the outside of it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It makes a cute little cover. It measures, find my rulers. I've been rearranging my desk a little bit. It measures 4 3/4 by 7 1/4. That's a good size journal cover. So that works out really nice. You can put 2 signatures in here, maybe 3 if you want. I used brown paper to do the inside covers. I haven't finished that off yet. But I just figured I'd take you along for the ride and show you how I did it. So I hope everybody is doing well. First of all, I'm just cutting a little smidge off the bottom. All is well here. We came back from St. Croix, went to visit my daughter and her family down there. It's in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Absolutely gorgeous. And they're the ones that had the new baby that we visited a little bit back in Baltimore. So then they went back home to St. Croix. All right, so you can do one of two things. You see this is really wrinkly versus that one is nice and flat. And this has a little bit of texture from the wrinkles. You can leave it flat or you can do this. I just crumbled it. I'm going to do it away from the microphone because it's a little loud. Okay, open it back up. It also softens it, makes it a little more pliable. So this needs a little more wrinkles on this side. So I'm going to do it again. You crumple it a couple more times, and each time it's not as loud when you do it. See, I like all those wrinkles in it. That looks good. So then just lay it out flat. And I used this stamp, and I used some brown StazOn. I'm going to use a different one this time. Let me see. This time I think I'm going to use my Paisley. Ooh, look at that. I'm not going to use that though. I'm going to use the individual Paisley. What size do I want? Do I want that or do I want the bigger one? Let's see. I think the bigger one. So then I'm going to put it onto a block so I can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to stamp my paper. And it's just so cool because I know we all have all these different bags hanging around and not sure what we want to do with them. So there, and just stamp it every which way, and even it doesn't get a total clear one sometimes, and that's okay. And you can even go off the edge. Just make sure you have something underneath. I have some wax paper underneath. See? It just adds a little something something to it. And just go every which way with it on the paper. I'm not going to do this whole thing on the video, but I just want to show you what you can do. So let me close that up and just leave it at that. And I'll finish this at another time. So it comes out, it was a bigger piece, and I cut it down for this. And then I used PVA glue, or just, actually it was watered down tacky glue is what I used, and painted it on and covered it. So, and let me go off camera and I will finish this. Okay, the stamping is done. It took me maybe 3-4 minutes. Not bad. Then I noticed I had some spaces in between. So I grabbed my little peg stamps that I had created, and I filled in the spaces with the leafy one. Now these peg stamps, these were the little stamps that you find on sheets of stamps, and I just gathered them about, and I had cut down a dowel. It was a 3/4 inch dowel, 3/4 inch thick dowel, and I cut the dowel into 3-inch pieces, and I was able to get 15 stamps. So they're pretty cool, and they're sitting here on the side of my desk, and I'm able to use them. All right, so let's cover up the ink and do what's next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this box. I'm going to cover the box with this piece. So I need to. The box has a spot where you can open it, because that's where it's folded and glued shut. So I usually open my boxes there. So I don't want this. So I'm going to put that in here, and I'm going to cut that off. Just there. And cut it. So that's done. I'm not going to throw that out yet, because I'm going to need it. I want to put it down the middle as a making a little stronger. And I'm going to cut off all the. Some people like to fold these in. I just don't like, when you cover it over, I don't like having that extra thickness there. But some people like to do that to help preserve the edge of the box. So it's up to you what you want to do. It's up to you. But me, I cut them off. And what you can do is just cover these if you want, and staple them in and make tuck spots and whatnot with them, or pockets. So now that I have removed the extra stuff from here, I just want to peel this off, because that's just going to get in the way. What I'm in the process of doing is I'm in the process of creating a, let me cut these little tabs off first. I'm in the process of creating a couple brown paper junk journals. I have, there. Now you'll notice this little ridge here. That's where I'm going to cut. I'm going to remove that ridge, and it'll make it easier to fit in as the spine, and that removes bulk. I don't need that. That removes bulk. Let me see now. I'll show you my paper in a minute. All right, that works. That's perfect. That works great. I have this package of brown craft paper. It's called From Bright Creations. I got it on Amazon. And I'm going to use that for pages within these journals. And that's what I also used on the inside of the other cover. Where is it? Where would you go? Right here. On the inside of this cover to cover up my edges. This, I'm not sure what I want to put there yet. Okay, so. Okay, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac right now because it works faster and holds pretty well. Holds really well, actually. It does. It holds fabrics to paper, paper to paper. It just holds everything. It's a good glue. Oops. Just knocking it down a little bit so it doesn't leak out on me. And then I'm going to press that on. Let me get, there we go. Press that on. Yeah, just make sure you keep some parchment paper or wax paper or something under what you're doing, especially when you have glue and stamping, because you don't want that to come out. So, all right, now next, here's the inside. Here's the original outside of the bag. It says reusable, recyclable. That's what we're doing. We're reusing it and recycling it. So let's see. I'm gonna put this here. And I'm probably, let's see, it's going to be the front. I don't want that on the front. I'm going to turn it around the other way. I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to use a glue stick. I'm going to use Recollections Multi-Surface Glue Stick. It's permanent glue stick. It works well. It's from Michaels. Or, hang on a second. I changed my mind. I'm going to use an Uhu glue stick. Just trying to use up some things that have been opened and I've been using. So, let's see. I'm going to put glue all the way around the edges. Go right off the edges because you want the edges to stay. You want them to stay. I'm going to do the front and I'm going to do the spine. And then I'll come back and do the other part in a minute. So I'm just keeping it in, no, not quite an inch, just under an inch off the edge, because then it's going to just fold over like that. And let's get this on. So your pasta boxes and cereal boxes and cracker boxes all come in very handy as the substrate for a book cover. They really do. Now I'm going to turn it over and I'm just going to press it to the edges. See? Press it to the edges. There. All right, let's see. Close that up. Now I'm going to cut off the extra. Cut off the extra, and don't throw this extra out. You can use it as embellishments within. And what I might actually do, hang on a second, because I've been talking about not sure what I want to do for the center on this one. What I might do is take this and cover. That's probably what I'll do. It's going to take that and cover. So, all right, so we are all stuck down. Now, to make your corners nice and neat, you want to clip just a little piece off, because what happens if you don't clip, you end up with bulk, and you don't want bulk on your corners, because then it doesn't lay down nicely. And we got one more. All right, there. That's all done. Now I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to glue here. Actually, I'm going to take that part off. That was part of the bottom of the bag and it was coming off, so it would have not stuck well. So what I'm going to is glue here. I have a piece sticking up here. Let's just clip that off. There we go. I'm going to glue the bottom and the top edges with the glue stick. There's the bottom. And just go right up with it. There. And get it to stick. There you go. And I'm going to do the same on the top edge. Put a lot of glue on it. That glue is good glue. It covers nicely. And you don't have to put a whole lot of layers of it on. There's the top and the bottom. Let's do the side. Yeah, I'm working on getting things ready for craft fairs and to sell online. So, oops. And here's one more. I found something on the outside that I need to take care of. I'll show you in just a minute. All right, so that is all done. Let's get this out of here. It's a little sticky. Where'd it go? Looking for my edge. Here it is. Here's my edge. This, I'm going to put a little bit of, this is like a tacky glue in here. My other one is out in the kitchen with the art glitter glue, but this is just a tacky glue that I've stuck in here to make it easier to use, and just run a little line of it right along there, because that is the seam of the bag where the bag went together. So there. So there's the cover. It's all glued together. Pretty cool. You're recycling bags and you're recycling boxes, and that is just totally awesome. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm going to use this paper to cover the inside. So let's see, what size do I want? Let's get out the little trusty ruler. So I want 4.5 by 7. 2 pieces, 4.5 by 7. Just remember the cover was 4 3/4 by 7.5 or something like that. So you want it to be a little bit shorter. I'm going to fold this in half. So I want 4.5. This is what? That's 5. So I want 4.5. Let's get this out there. All right, there's 5, there's 4.5. 4.5 by 7. And I'm cutting them together because then this way they'll both be the same size. And also, using these cutters, it helps if you have 2 layers of paper at least to when you glue down, when you cut, because then it cuts through the paper better. See, I'm just fixing my seam there so it doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to use, see, it has two shades here. And maybe I'll put that one on the outside, make it a little brighter. It's got 2 shades. So let's get this. I'm going to get my Oohoo again. Use that. Make sure you go all the way to the edges again and to the corners, because you want it to stick. Some people use double-sided tape also. Sometimes the double-sided tape doesn't stay, or sometimes it bleeds through. And also, a big thing with double-sided tape is once it's down, it's down. You can't move it around. You can't move it around. See, if you have glue, use a glue stick, then you can move it around a little bit. This. If you use double-sided tape, you can put some glue on top of it, which will help you move it around a little bit. But if you put enough glue on, it should be fine. Because what I want to do with this is take it to the sewing machine and stitch a nice bright color around the edges. That's what I want to do. So, all right, there's that. Uh-oh. Yep, front and back are 2 different colors. Oh well. That's a junk book for you. I put the glue on the wrong side. No big deal. No big deal. One's lighter than the other. That's all right. Now I'm going to use this to go down the middle to cover that. So we're going to put glue all the way down the middle here. And put it on. And burnish it on. There. Oops. Scissors. Got a little glue where I didn't want it. Little glue on my board. So I'm going to save that. This piece I'm not. It's got a lot of glue on it. That piece I'm not going to save. But that I will. I'm going to get a little bit of this. That's good. It needs to run down the edge here. So it sticks there. And it's down. So we have 2 covers. I've created a cover. And you can use a white bag, you can use the brown bag, you can use a gift bag, you can use tissue paper, whatever you want. And you can stamp whatever you want on there or paint on it, however you want to do it. Came out pretty cool. I think I like that as the front though. That as the front. Just gonna make sure my glue is down. So let's get this off here. Let's Let's move some of this stuff out of the way, and I'll show you what we've done today. Okay, we have taken a brown paper bag from the pharmacy, and we have stamped on it using an archival stamp or a permanent ink stamp, because if you don't and it gets wet, or if you go to paint over it or put marker over it, it'll smear. So you want something that's archival or permanent ink. So we've made 2 covers today using brown paper bag from a local pharmacy, and our stampers, and 2 pasta boxes to make the covers. So what I'm going to do next, and I will show you on my next video, is I'm going to run around the edges with color thread with my sewing machine. Got to let this one dry first, and then I will start preparing the signatures to go within. So it's just me, a solid brown paper bag journals. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like them. Like them. And once this is dry, you'll see the sides of the spine. You can see it on this one, but not this one yet. It needs to finish drying. It's got to get in there good. You just run your finger in there, or whatever you want. Well, thank you for being here. Ooh, is that what I did for here? Yeah. So you could even use fabric to go on the inside. That's what I did on that one. I used some fabric, or I have some cardstock, which would make it even more sturdy. I'll put cardstock on the inside. Not sure what I want to do yet. Maybe I'll use this. Maybe I'll use that to put on the inside. So you can use fabric. You can use whatever you want. So here we are. We've got 2 covers made. And I will be back in the next video to show the creation of the signatures and getting the signatures in. So I hope you all have a great afternoon and evening. I will see you again shortly. Take care now. Bye.